Who invented the telephone? It's the birth of instant communication and its impact before social media, before texting, before the internet. There was only one way to talk across distance, the telephone. A device so simple, we forget how revolutionary it was. But who really invented it? Is it just Alexander Graham Bell? Or was the truth far messier, more dramatic, and full of strange twists? Let's trace the tangled wires back to the birth of one of humanity's most life-changing inventions. Our journey begins not in the lab, but in the human desire to connect. For centuries, humans used letters, messengers, even smoke signals, anything to communicate across space. But it was electricity that changed the game. And it started with the telegraph. In the early 1800s, the telegraph allowed coded messages to travel through wires. It was fast but emotionless. Dots and dashes, not voices. Then came a bold idea. What if we could send actual sound? In 1667, Robert Hooke built a crude string phone using hollow tubes. It worked, but only for nearby whispers. The real action began in the 1800s. Dozens of inventors raced to turn sound into electricity and back again. Enter Alexander Graham Bell, a Scottish-born teacher of the deaf. His passion, understanding sound itself. His obsession, transmitting speech electrically. Meanwhile, in another lab, Elisha Gray had the same idea. He too was building a talking telegraph. Then came the most controversial day in telephone history. February 14th, 1876. Bell filed his patent for the telephone. Elisha Gray filed his just hours later. Two inventors. One invention, one patent office. Coincidence or cunning? Bell's paperwork made it through first, and legally that made all the difference. But the real test came on March 10th, 1876. Bell called to his assistant. "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Watson, sitting in the next room, heard it clear as day. It worked. The telephone had come alive. But the first phones weren't sleek. They were wooden boxes with no dials or numbers. You picked up the receiver and hoped an operator connected you. Operators, mostly women, became the real lifeline of early phone systems. They'd memorized names, matched chords, and juggled chaos. Bell formed the Bell Telephone Company, and soon, telephone wires crisscrossed America like spiderwebs. But not everyone was happy. Western Union, the telegraph giant, called the telephone a toy. They laughed and they lost the communication war. By the 1880s, phones were spreading fast. By 1915, you could call across the entire U.S. for a hefty price. Still, only the rich had home phones. Most people used public booths, or asked the operator. It changed in 1891, when Almond Stroger, funeral director, invented the rotary dial. He believed rival undertakers' wives, who were switchboard operators, were redirecting his customers. So he built a dial system that cut out the humans. Petty revenge? Maybe. But it gave us direct dial telephones. In 1927, the first transatlantic phone call was made. A voice traveled from New York to London over radio waves. Then came war. World War II's supercharged communication tech. Encryption, long-range lines, even mobile radio units were developed. By the 1950s, phones were status symbols. Mid-century homes had colorful rotary phones, mint green, bright red, ivory white, but wires still ruled the world. Then, in 1973, the world changed again. Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola, made a call on a prototype cell phone. He called his rival at Bell Labs. On the sidewalk? In public, using a device that looked like a brick? That phone weighed 2.5 pounds. Had 30 minutes of talk time, and took 10 hours to charge. But it was freedom. No wires, no operator. Just your voice. Anywhere. In the 1980s, mobile phones hit the market. Massive, expensive, but addictive. Businessmen, Wall Street traders, celebrities, they all wanted one. In the 1990s, phones got smaller, cheaper, smarter. And in 2007, a revolution inside a revolution. The iPhone, suddenly phones weren't just for talking. They were cameras, computers, calendars, flashlights, maps. Everything the word telephone became outdated. We just called them phones, and we stopped calling. Texts, voice notes, memes, emojis, all replaced the basic voice call. But the core invention? Still the same. Turning your voice into energy, sending it across a wire, or bringing it back. Today, over 8 billion mobile phones exist. It's more than the human population. And they all trace their roots to that scratchy, miraculous sentence in 1876, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." But the story isn't just about Bell. It's about Gray and Stroger and Cooper and every forgotten tinkerer who dared to connect the world when we invented the telephone, officially. Alexander Graham Bell. Historically, it was a relay race. Dozens passed the baton. One crossed the finish line, and now you carry the result in your pocket. The telephone changed how humans live, love, work, and war. It collapsed distance, amplified emotion, and made time zones irrelevant. So the next time your phone rings, know that it's not just a sound. It's the echo of centuries of dreaming. Thanks for watching Flashback Facts. History isn't just in books. It's ringing in your hand. What invention should we uncover next?